Hey everybody, welcome back to the craft room. I am so glad that you're here. I have a finished project. Yes, but before we get to that, I'll say if you follow me on Instagram and you've already checked it today is Thursday, let's say the 25th of May, something like that. But if you're on Instagram, you've already checked that Instagram, you've probably already seen it. So proud of this project. It's finally done. But before I get to the project, and this is completely my opinion of this product, I am not being paid or I was not asked to give a review of this product. I bought it with my own money because I needed a hook. Now if y'all remember, is this the one I was using? I think so. I was going along, working on my shawl. Yes, it's my shawl that's done. Using this hook, and if you remember, I could not get it to stay together. I tried a couple times gluing it, and for whatever reason, I tried a few other suggestions for it, and it just would not stay. So, after it wouldn't stay on this, I went back to my wooden hook, which I don't know if this is, yep, this is the right one, until I could not fit any more loops on this at all. And then I told Steve, I was like, actually, this isn't the hook. I have another one somewhere. I don't know where I left it, but anyway, oh, I know what it was. The one that I was using. This isn't the one that I was using. But, let me see. It might be here in the bag. Aha, it is. Alright, this is the one. Then I got a second pair. I had a YouTube viewer send me this. But this one did the same exact thing. So, I don't know. I don't think you can. Well, you might be able to. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't. But I had this bright idea to kind of make this like a nook, which if you're not familiar with nooking, it basically looks like a crochet hook with a needle eye on the end of it, and you put string or like cord through it. And it looks like it's the same principle as Tunisian crochet. I thought that was a cool idea. Well, it was, but I couldn't. It went one way, but I couldn't get it to come back the other way because it kept snagging on the end of the hook. And I was like, I gotta get this off the hook because I didn't want to lose that entire row because it was quite a few stitches. Steve said, well, why don't you try taping it? So I tried taping it. It worked. It wasn't the best solution, but it was the best solution that we had at the time. So I got this back to the last stitch, and I says, I need a new hook. I've got to get this done before the end of the month because Teri and Lottie's challenge ends at the end of this month, and I want to get this done. Which their challenge, if you are new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, Teri and Lottie, they both have YouTube channels. I've mentioned them in previous videos and put their links to their pages for the challenge. But they do a new challenge every month, and this month was make a prayer shawl. So, I was using this one. I tried the nook thing, and it wasn't working. I got it back, and I says, 20 bucks. Can I just have 20 bucks to buy a hook? And Steve's like, sure, get a hook. Well, I ordered the Denise interchangeable crochet hook. As you can see, that is the size N, or 10 millimeter. That's what I was using for the shawl. I ordered this like on a Wednesday or Thursday, and I had it on Monday. Very fast shipping. I've been looking at these hooks for quite some time, but I just didn't know if I wanted to spend the money on it because I already had hooks. They worked fine for a while until we started having problems with them, of them coming apart. Which I don't use the in the round ones or the cable ones very much, but occasionally I do. So, I was like, alright, 20 bucks. I'll buy the cheapest one that they have, just the one size instead of the whole set like I wanted. Well, like I said, I got this in the mail. I had to read the instructions on how to put it together. And let me tell you, I was hooked on the second loop of my Tunisian crochet project. I absolutely love these hooks. I absolutely love these hooks, or this hook. It is so amazing, so smooth. It glides through that yarn, and I was using acrylic yarn. Just glides through there, no problem at all. I did not, with this project, have any problems with it coming undone, which is amazing, but I'm wondering what will happen, you know, in the future. If these are used a lot, will they wear down? That I don't know. I personally do not have a problem with the length of the actual hook itself. I read comments, and I actually seen another video where the person bought these like a whole set, not just one, and they complained about the length of the hook. Earlier today, I was just crocheting with just this part of the hook, just playing around without any of the cable on it, which this cable, this has a 5-inch and a 12-inch and 2 end buttons and a connector. So I had the 5-inch and the 12-inch together on this, and it was definitely big enough for the project that I was working on, the shawl. So yes, I love this. I definitely want to get the full sets of these. If you want to get them and send them to me, I want the primary colors, not the pastel colors. This is actually the breast cancer one, and $1 of the purchase goes towards breast cancer research. I believe that's what it says. Yeah. But this was a $20 hook. It came with the cables, and it was long enough for what I need. I love this hook. I want more of these hooks. So, that being said, I will set that down on my table. I finished it, and this is a free pattern on Ravelry. I have made this shawl before. It is easy. I made it the first time not knowing a whole lot about Tunisian crochet at all. This time I was a little bit better knowledge, a little bit more knowledgeable on Tunisian crochet, so it went a lot quicker, but still it took me a month to get it done with a few little hiccups. But this is the Tunisian treasure shawl. That's what it's supposed to look like. Like I said, this is a free pattern on Ravelry. You can download it. I'm pretty sure that you should be able to access this without actually having an account with Ravelry. I will try to link the Ravelry page down in the description box below. So, and I'm not going to be able to get all of this on the camera, so I will show you as much as I can, and then I will insert a picture of this laying out. Kind of, sort of. I don't know, it's bigger than my area that I was laying it out on today when I finished it. But, oh, and another thing, if you didn't know, I showed you a little sneak peek here a while back, and this basically is what you've seen. I am making this with the Red Heart Favorite Stripes. I have a bunch of that yarn because it is my favorite. I love these colors. I love the color combinations. I love the way it works up in everything that I've done. And several people have given me multiple skeins of this yarn just because they know me. So yeah, here we go. Let me get, that's the bottom. So here we go. Way up there. And as you can see, the stripes get smaller the longer the shawl gets. It kind of curves up and around and down a little bit. I have not blocked this. I probably won't block this unless I actually use it to give to somebody, and then I still probably won't block it because I kind of like the way it curls. It's kind of like a hug. But anyway, there is the shawl. Absolutely love this. I'm super excited. I'm so proud of myself for actually accomplishing this and getting that done. Honestly, I will say that when they said make a prayer shawl for this month, I was very intimidated because that is a large project. And just a month to get it done, holy cow. But I did it. I made something that I am proud of. Oh, and let me show you something. There is one boo-boo in this. It is a very obvious boo-boo. It is towards the top. Let me show it to you. It is in the orange yellow section. Oh, that's the bottom. No wonder I couldn't find it. It is in the orange yellow green section right there. Can you see the boo-boo? It is orange and it is a very large loop. It is right there. Now, what happened was there is Tunisian purl stitch, not four, there's 5 Tunisian purl stitches across the middle of this shawl, which I kind of stopped that and finished it off with just simple Tunisian towards the top. The pattern has that go all the way up. But I was going along and I noticed I only had 4 loops on my hook when I was in that middle section. I was like, what did I do? I did not want to frog because it was 2 rows down. As you can see right there, it was 2 rows down. And I'm like, I skipped a stitch, so I just grabbed it and pulled it up. So that's why that long orange stitch is there instead of the normal size like it's supposed to be. So now you know my secret. It is a craft, what do you call it? I don't know. What is it that it's called when there's some little something on a project that could have been a boo-boo, could have been done on purpose. I don't know, I can't remember, but you all know what I'm talking about. Let me know down in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. Signature stitch or something, I don't know. But anyway, I am excited that this is done. I am proud of myself for getting it done and also completing my 5th challenge with Teri and Lottie for this year. I am super excited about what they're going to do for next month. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So let's put this pattern away. I don't know. I thought I was going to do another one, but not right away. But what I decided to do is, here is my ball of favorite stripes. This is one of them large, like what are they? Not 7 ounces, but the great big ones. This is one of those skeins. The label is under the middle. I actually had something started with this, but I actually started that with a different skein of yarn that I was using for something else previously. Oh, it was a blanket that I started, a ripple blanket, but I decided I don't want to do that anymore. So I started using that and I was pulling it out as I went. Actually, I think I wound it up in a ball. And that's what I started that with. And then when I went to this and ripped out the project that was this, that I had started, and just wound it around the skein itself. But today, I decided I was going to start another Tunisian crochet project. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. Because I love Tunisian crochet and I can see the loops just fine. So much better than I can when I try to crochet. This is the, and I am using the favorite stripes. This is the, I think it's called Geo Shawl. No, Geo Scarf by Crochet Kim. I will put a link to that in the description below as well. At first I was intimidated by this because it didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I've thought about doing this multiple times, but like I said, reading the written pattern to me just did not make sense in the past. So today when I read it, it kind of clicked, especially after I started doing it. So this, it goes one way, and then the next section of it will fill in the gaps here and start going the other way. So it's kind of a ziggy-zaggy like. But this is what I have so far. I think it's going to look adorable. I mean, it's going to be striped, obviously, but the stripes are going to kind of intermingle in, I believe. And I think it'll look really cool when I'm done. Another thing is, the actual pattern says use 35 loops. Well, I only did 25 because this was the only hook that I had, which this is one of my double-ended hooks. This is a size J. And I can only fit about 25-ish comfortably loops on this hook, so that's why I did that. I think what I will do, just to make it a little bit easier on myself so I don't have to worry about them sliding off when I put it into my project bag, if I'm, you know, in the middle of a row or something, except here on the end where I'm currently at, I will go ahead and, is that it? Use this J hook right here, which is another bamboo one that I've had for quite a while. I think I will go ahead and use it with this, that way it will be more secure when I put it in my bag. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me here in the craft room. I hope you enjoyed seeing my finished project and seeing what I decided to work on next. And I will see you right back here for my next video.